Hi, welcome to my channel. Just keep swimming 1111. Thank you all for being here. All right, sorry for the shaky phone there. I'm glad to be back. Hope you guys had a beautiful day yesterday and the day before. It's been rough on me, guys. I'm really tired. I don't know if it's the eclipse, but guys, I have been physically and emotionally exhausted. It just wiped me out. I've been wiped out for a couple days now. For no reason, that's what I feel. I don't know, just tired all day. Oh. For some reason, this full moon really hit me. Maybe it's just the eclipse that hit me. If you guys are experiencing some very weird, unusual symptoms since the eclipse, let me know, because my life is really getting transformed because of it. I mean, it's very, very noticeable. So maybe you guys are noticing that as well. Anyways, I love you guys all for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd appreciate that so much from you. All right, so let's get in. This is going to be the fire signs, okay? Now, this is a collective, so we are definitely going to be doing a group energy, but if you want to see the detailed energy, that is available at jks1111.com. And there you can see Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in detail, okay? But this one's just going to be a fire sign collective. All right. Oh, hi, guys. I missed you, too. I'm so sorry I've been gone. I've been emotionally wiped out, guys. Tired. It's that time of the month probably as well, but this eclipse has really changed my life upside down. Like, there's so much going on with my family. I guess one of the biggest things that came out is family transformation. I'm gonna leave it there. And it makes sense, you know, because of the eclipse, it does make sense, transformation, major shocking events. Think of it as a tower. And I've had quite a few of them since the eclipse, quite a few. This month has been one of the hardest months in months, okay, 6 months or more. Like, this has been a very hard month. Not in a bad way, just in a tough way, in a difficult way, okay? But I'm good, and I hope you guys are all good too. Hang in there. It's a transformational time. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. I love you guys so much. Hey, markers. Hey, Sag. Oh, for Christmas, my friends got me all herbs and crystals and sage and rituals. I'm so excited to use them. Oh, that is so awesome. I'm so glad. I love it. I haven't started selling them yet, but I may. But I ask you guys to make them for your own if you feel comfortable. But for doing candle rituals, I got this, like, you know those pill cases for every day of the week? Put a gemstone on each day of the week for the gemstone that represents the day for the spell or the ritual or the meditation. And then have your candles that match those colors for those days. And just keep it in your room somewhere so you can just pop open your little pill container, pick that day what you really want to focus on and meditate, and bring in that energy and ask for help from the universe with those planets that align with those days. So, I mean, most of you know what days go with what gemstone and what candle and all that information. So if you do, I encourage you to make yourself a little kit. I made one of those kits for my mom for Christmas, and she really loved it. And I gave her a card that gave her all the information because she doesn't know all the planets and days of the week and what they represent. So I wrote it down. I wrote it down for her so she could just easily refer to it. And if she wants to call in abundance, boom, there it is. There's the candle, there's the gemstone, there's the kit. You know what I mean? Or love and romance, boom, there's the candle, there's the day, there's the instructions, there's the kit. So yeah, that's a really cool gift idea I came up with for my mom. But I encourage all of you to do that for yourself. It's just easy to keep in track with that. Yeah, and maybe I'll start selling that stuff later, making kits for people to do that. But if, you know, don't wait for me. You know, if you guys already know, do it. It's really fun. It's a really fun gift idea too. All right, so let's get into the fire signs. Spirit, what is going on with the fire signs? Please show me Aries. Please show me Leo. Please show me Sag. I need to know what's going on in their mind, what's going on in their heart, what's going on in their lives. Like, what is really going on? What's really good? All right, so we're going to be using the Twin Flame Tarot from Mystic Moon, okay? You guys can see all this. I feel like I don't have enough room. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so bottom of the deck, the overall underall energy for the fire element is missed opportunities. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. There's a lot of regrets. There's a lot of happiness lost, okay? This is rejection, all right? There's a lot of feeling rejected. Maybe you're rejecting someone else. Maybe it's reversed. Maybe you're rejecting someone else. But there's also, I feel, just sadness. This guy doesn't look pissed. He doesn't look happy in his decisions. He doesn't look like, oh, I'm so confident with where I'm at. It looks like he's looking out on the horizon, having a lot of emotions about things that are gone that he can't get back, or, you know, just looking down and feeling sad about something, you know. And with the Four of Cups in my other deck, you know, it's a girl that she's crying over, you know, 3 cups that fell down, and there's one more coming in, you know. And she's sitting on like a rock, kind of like this, over the ocean, and coming in with a love note. She's not sure if she's going to pick it up or not. You know, she's been denying it. She's been rejecting it. She's sad that there's a love lost. And so there's a lot of that here, just feeling sad about a missed opportunity with someone, you know. So overall, fire signs, you might be feeling melancholy over the new year. And if it's not someone, Cancer vibes, that you've missed, that the relationship is gone, because this is also seen as hopelessness, it could be a situation where you feel really emotional and you feel like, I really messed up, or they really messed up, and there's just so much lost, you know, not a lot to be happy for. Don't overlook what's right in front of you or right under your nose is one of the other options here. Don't overlook what's in front of you. It might still be there. So let's go ahead and reveal all of these. Slow and steady progress, Knight of Pentacles, the Moon card, illusions, the Devil card, obsession, Nine of Cups, satisfaction and wish fulfillment, Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness, the Chariot, more Cancer vibes, charging ahead, Five of Swords, mind games and control, Page of Pentacles, concrete ideas, last, Seven of Pentacles, re-evaluation. So let's get real here, fire signs. There's a situation in your life, and you could be dealing with a very frustrating earth sign. They are keeping so many secrets from you. You can't get them off your mind. You can't get them out of your heart. You know their secrets, and they may be dark. You know they're hiding something from you. But you feel like somehow, some way, if I keep at this, we're going to overcome this. We're going to get through this hard time. Then you have the Nine of Cups. Personal satisfaction. More importantly, right now, as of today, there's clarity. There's a breakthrough and awareness. There's something spiritual happening. And we do have 3 major arcanas. Power comes in 3. The universe comes in 3. There's a mother-father situation definitely at hand, or a divine masculine, divine feminine situation at hand. And more importantly than anything, both of you, even though you don't feel completely aligned, are moving forward. And this is going to be super fast, this lifting of burdens. You're going to be free. You're going to be set free. This is someone that says, I've been worrying about this situation for way too long. I've been carrying it with me. I've been burying it. I haven't let it go. I've let it frustrate me. I've been very sad and melancholy over the situation. And I have to start thinking about myself. I got to care enough about myself. I have to have a breakthrough that I'm creating my own misery here by focusing on things that are out of my control at this time. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Me worrying about it is not going to make it happen any faster. So I feel like you're getting out of your own way, okay? Now with the Chariot card, I think you're finally moving on from someone or moving away from a situation, okay? But down here is like the outcome about what's going to be showing up in your life soon. Enough bullshit, enough mind games with this puppeteer. You've been either kind of screwing with your own head, or you've been allowing people to screw with your own head. But you're not doing it anymore. You're not going to let illusions and obsessions and worries and like just obsessive thinking, obsessive emotions run your life anymore. This could be overcoming depression. This could be overcoming abuse that you may have put on yourself or someone may have put on you. But this is getting away from the bullshit. You're not happy where you're at. That's just flat out. Like whether you're not happy with yourself or you're not happy with someone. It doesn't matter which way the cookie crumbles. You're just not in a happy place. And you've realized, I put me there. I've allowed this person to enter my spirit. I've allowed this person to enter my mind. I've allowed this person to, enter my aura and my space, emotionally, spiritually, and I can't let them do that. I've got to break through this negative vibration. This is a leveling up. I think you're really excited about the new year because this is Ace of Swords, so like any day. This is literally like 24 hours or very, very soon within days, okay? You're having a major breakthrough. I'm going to get my shit together, period. I'm moving forward with or without you. Is this charging ahead? Okay? I can't stay stuck in this vibration. I usually feel weird situations, but I feel a weird vibration in this one. It's honestly a weird emotional place that you've been in. You've been stuck for quite some time. I'm thinking years in an emotional space. You don't know how you got there, but you got there. You're clearing it out. Now, this could be decluttering the home. This could be decluttering the mind. This is decluttering the soul. But you're just done. And this is putting your concrete ideas pen to paper. A lot of you guys are going to be getting a journal, maybe doing a map of places you want to go, places you're going to move, whatever. This is concrete ideas. How do you say, you're dancing to the beat of your own drum now. And I kind of feel sad because it feels like you haven't been doing that, which is unusual for a fire sign. Fire signs are usually confident, determined leaders, okay? Fire signs are usually out in front of the pack, leading and showing people what to do and how to do it. But this one here is very unlike you. It's unlike your character, and it's possible this is reversed, but this is not your character to be slow and steady and stuck and obsessed and like just deep in it. Like you're really, really deep with the moon, and it's like you got in too deep. Like you dug your, wow, I don't know what you are, but you're really deep, and not like you, because fire's not deep like that. You're climbing out of the darkness. And it feels like a breath of fresh air. You feel like you left a burden behind you. Depression is in the past. There's going to be some emotional tears shed within the next 24 to 48 hours, like an emotional clearing. I don't see a lot of swords except for the Five of Swords. So you might get into an argument or just a confrontation even in your own mind. But there's going to be a frustration that leads to this breakthrough. And it makes you feel better. It's like you had to get that out of you. You had to express it. You had to release it. Now, in the outcome position, we do have the Seven of Pentacles reevaluation. So the outcome is a little bit of the same, but in a different space, a different higher vibration. It's the outcome where you're going to keep putting energy into the new you. You're not going to see a lot of results, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. You're not. You're going to be, I don't want to say disappointed, but I want to say not satisfied. Does that make sense? It's like going out for a nice meal. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's good. It's good. It could be better. You know? It fills your stomach. Maybe you're not stuffed and maybe you're not starving, but you just leave feeling like it wasn't enough. I'm not satisfied fully, or it didn't really hit the spot. So it's like where you're headed to is, I hate to say it, but like an unsatisfying reevaluation of your life. It's like you made your bed, now lie in it, you know? You cooked the pot, now taste it, now eat it. This is all you're making. This is all the flavors and all the energy you put into this life. Do you like it? And it's not that you hate it, because you don't. There's a lot of decisions you're okay with. And there's a lot you're not. And you're just like, you know, Steph, universe, look, I'm happy with where I'm at, but I could be way happier, you know? I'm grateful for what I have, but I want more. You get my drift, you know? I'm grateful, but I want more. It's not enough for me, you know? And if this is a relationship, fire elements, you're looking at your partner, who could very well be one of the signs mentioned here earlier, but you're looking at your partner and you're just like, hey, you know what? We have a good thing going on, but it's not doing it for me. It's just not doing it for me. This is not what I saw for myself. This is not, this relationship doesn't feel how I thought it was going to feel. This agreement, this contract, this job position, I'm okay with it. It's good, but I want better, you know? I just want more. This isn't enough for me, and I feel like I was stuck in a situation with you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, or I didn't want to make you feel rejected, or I didn't want to leave you out in the cold, you know? So I stayed here knowing that it wasn't right for me. And I feel like I want to watch one of those, you know, relationship movies where they're happy together, but they're not really happy. And the one that comes to my mind is Serendipity. There's probably more. But in Serendipity, you know, he was going to marry a girl, and she was pretty, and she was funny, and his parents loved her, and her parents loved him, and they knew each other for years, and they had a great engagement. They were planning an awesome wedding. They had a nice apartment. They had a flirty, fun relationship, but he did not have the feeling that he felt with Sarah, the other girl, who he didn't even really get a chance with. He just felt something. And even though it was a split second or it was short-lived, he never forgot about her. He never forgot about that feeling with her. And it didn't matter how awesome this relationship was going to be. It would never be that. You know, and at the end, he decided, I want that. I'll take a risk, which is kind of the Ace of Swords Chariot, Nine of Cups. I got to take a risk for me. It may not pan out the way I think. It may not. It totally may fail. I could fall flat on my face leaving this relationship. That other relationship may not even work. But I've got to do it for me. Because I know if I don't do this, I'm going to regret it. Seven of Pentacles. I got to take a leap of faith. I got to jump. I got to move. I got to I gotta do something about this. If I don't, I'm gonna stay stuck and I'm never gonna be fully happy. So this is that rock and a hard space for the fire signs. It's, I'm not satisfied. I want more in my life, but what am I willing to do to get that? What are my concrete ideas? What steps am I actually willing to take to make my life change, to be different? I literally have to physically do something, like move, change my number, break up, or call this person, reach out, text, have a conversation, meet this person. Like, I have to have a vision board. I got to have plans. I got to write shit down. I got to stick to it. I need to physically do some shit with my life because I'm going to ruffle some feathers. 5 of Swords, you know, but I'm not going to be someone's puppet. I'm not going to let other people dictate my life and where I'm going to go, where I'm going to live, where I'm going to be, what I can do, what I can't do. I honestly feel for the fire signs, and I could be wrong, but for some of you, at least some of you, I think you're dealing with a controlling person. For those of you that are in a relationship, because there's a lot of you single, but it could be a parent. But for a lot of you fire signs, there is a controlling person that's very selfish. I really think it's an earth sign or a Scorpio. But even with the devil, I feel controlling. And I feel like you got to break out because this is not like a fire sign. A fire sign is not controlled. And, you know, keep in mind, this could be reversed. Maybe somebody's dealing with a controlling fire sign and they're cross-watching and they need to break free from the fire sign. That could totally be it. So please take that in mind and use the situation how it works for you. But, you know, it could also be the fire sign. You're being controlled here and this person wants to dictate your life. And maybe they have been. Maybe this is a dictating parent. Maybe this is a dictating spouse. This is just a bossy person that tells you what to do and when to do it and how to jump and how high to jump because they said so. And you're tired of that shit. I'm tired of it stuff. Ace of Swords, breakthrough of my awareness. I'm having an awakening, an aha moment of clarity. I can't do this shit anymore. And if I'm going to ruffle some feathers and tell this person this isn't working out, then that's what I'm going to tell this person. And, you know, just like the movie Serendipity, when he broke up with the girl that he was engaged to, he didn't just say, oh, I'm totally miserable with you. You're terrible. And I fucking hate you. And I don't know what I was doing. I mean, it wasn't that kind of breakup. It was, I love you, and you're great. You're great. And I'm sorry this didn't work out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm doing this to you at this time, but I can't do this. I'm sorry it took this long to say it. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I'm sorry I didn't say it sooner, but I can't help when I woke up. I can't help that, but I woke up, and I'm just sorry. You know, I love you and I wish you so much happiness. And you're going to make someone really happy. I'm just not that person. I'm just not that person. You're right for someone. You're just not right for me. And it's not that you did anything terrible. It's not that you're wrong. It's not that you did a terrible job in this relationship. It's that we don't mesh well. We're not vibing like we should be. We don't have the connection that we should have. And that's with this 4 cups. All right, so for a relationship, this is really coming out. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. If you guys are watching this reading and you're like, oh, Steph, this is about a relationship. This is the ticket. This is the message. 3 from the bottom, 4 of Cups, Death, and 9 of Wands. Painful ending. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, isolated and alone. The lone wolf. Fire sign, you're ready and willing to end this with the Death card. You can't do this relationship anymore. You've been through enough trials and tribulations with this person to know that you can't. That this is a flat out, won't do it anymore. I'm not happy. You know, yeah, I may not have all the answers tomorrow. I don't know what's right for my life. I don't know where the fucking right next step is. I don't know. I really don't know. That's this. I don't know where I'm headed, but I know where I'm not. And I'm not headed here anymore. I am reevaluating our connection, and I've decided. I've decided that I have to charge ahead, break free from the devil. I'm going to ruffle some feathers, Five of Swords, get ready for a battle, but it must be done. And at the end of the day, it's been a long, hard road, and I'm glad I did. And this death is bittersweet. Yeah, I'm going to feel like I lost. You're going to feel like you lost too. Five of loss. Nine of Swords, there's a lot of self-sabotage. There's a lot of nightmares. There's a lot of, I'm scared to death. Did I just ruin my life? Four of Pentacles, scarcity mindset. Did I just ruin my life? Did I just make the wrong decision? No, because Four of Swords, healing and recovery. You're going to heal and you're going to recover from what feels like an abusive situation, at least unintentionally, you know, okay? Because this person has the devil. This person has the moon, which is illusions and control. Deception is here. Secrets are here. We have Five of Swords, mind controlling games, mind games. So I don't know how you want to paint it, but I'm saying this is not a recipe for joy. I'm not saying it's the worst thing, but I'm saying it's not a good thing. This relationship there was some jealousy or some control at the very least, okay? This is going to let you break free from toxicity and an unhealthy connection. Because I think in a nutshell, in a relationship, this just wasn't healthy. I think there was good sex. I think that there was a lot of hope. Nine of Cups. That maybe if I hang in there, Knight of Pentacles, steady progress. The longer I hang in there, the better it's going to be. That was the thought. You know, I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to hang in there. But it just, you know it's not. You know it's not. It's just not. And you're like, okay, I got to go. Okay, enough said. You're finally waking up, Ace of Swords. The more you put into this situation, no, it's not going to get better. It's going to stay the same. Bittersweet. But it's good. It's good for you. We are going to get a transformation card in a minute. But I want to take a look at this in a different perspective. Because there's a lot of people that are single. There's a lot of people that watch me that are not watching this for love. They're watching this because of their kids, or they're watching this, you know, because of their job or some other situation. So if I'm going to look at this in another way, I feel like on a personal level, aside from relationships, don't worry about love. This is going to be just you and God. There's someone that you're dealing with, earth sign, okay? So Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Strong Capricorn here, by the way. But this person, and check your Vedic, because you don't always know if you're just watching tropical. But there's someone you're dealing with that is emotionally unstable. And I hate to put that out there, but I do need to be honest on the tarot channel, okay? You have the moon card here. This is mental and emotional. You have the devil card. This is obsession. This is obsessive thoughts. And these are thoughts that have been going on for a long time. Thoughts, 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 thoughts. Then you have Knight of Cups, which is selfish or self-absorbed a little bit, where you're only thinking of yourself. And then you have breakthrough and awareness. This is it. This is the moment. You break through. You get that knife out. You get that sword. You get that gun. You get that moment where you want to jump. And you charge ahead with it. The Chariot. So this is going through with negative thoughts that you didn't win. And this is the mind controlling games. This person may be a little mentally disturbed. Page of Pentacles, this could be a child, because pages are children. And we are talking about an earth sign. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, this could be a middle-aged person or a young adult. Seven of Pentacles, at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. There's no saving this person. This person may go ahead with breaking ties with someone. This is running away from one's problems. This is leaving, like running away from home, leaving a relationship, leaving a state. This could be suicidal tendencies, suicidal thoughts. This could be drinking, alcohol. This could be, you know, drugs. This is losing the battle. This is at least feeling like you're losing the battle. I'm losing the battle. And it's like, there's nothing I can do. 4 cups. Missed opportunity. There's nothing I can do. Death is here. I hope to God this isn't real for some people. But these are, you know, you get the moon, you get the devil, you get the Ace of Swords, charging ahead with it, missed opportunity, major depression, and then you get the Death card. I do worry about people's thoughts. I do worry about someone's thoughts. And 9 of Wands feels like losing the battle. But you haven't lost it yet. But that's just how someone thinks. They're defensive. This person is building walls. This person is burying themselves in a world where no one else is welcome. They're going through their own trials and tribulations in their mind, which is an obsession under the Devil card. So there is an obsession. I'm obsessed. I can't deal with this anymore.
Why is it so long to be done?
Because I need to take so long to be done.
I don't want you to watch yourself.
Okay, go ahead. But no, you can't because there might be something dangerous. You're going to have to wait.
What about spiders?
Huh?
What about spiders?
Later. Close my door. Stephanie, I'm so unlucky when it comes to a man, and I am always the one who's fighting. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, yeah, I have a book that I recommend for people, and I bought some books from my family this Christmas. One is It's Okay to Not Be Okay. You don't always have to be on the up and up. It's okay to not be okay. And another good book by the same author, and I can't remember the name of the author. If I find it, I'll post it. But it's Carrying What Can't Be Fixed. It's really about grief, because my grandma's having a hard time dealing with the loss of my dad and my grandpa. So, you know, this is about carrying what can't be fixed. And getting rid of those illusions that you're going to move on, or things are going to be better, or this and that, this and that. Sometimes shit just can't be fixed. And we always have to honor what's our destiny, what's in our birth chart. And I try to give anyone solace, especially when they're dealing with deaths, grief, loss, frustration, sadness, hitting a brick wall. I tell everyone, listen, I know you're having a hard time wrapping your head around what you want, and it's not happening. Look at your birth chart. That is the only logic. That is the only scientific proof that what you're going through is not fake. That the hard time you're in isn't a mistake or an accident. You're actually planning for this. If you are smart enough to look at your birth chart, your life path, your soul contract, if you're smart enough to do that, you can wrap your head around your hardships, and you could figure out a way as a soul to learn this hard-ass lesson and get through it and take what you need to take from it. Otherwise, without that knowledge, without understanding this is supposed to happen, you're going to go through denial, you're going to go through rejection, you're going to go through frustration, and you're going to go through depression, my friends. And you're going to go through all of that because you're going to go through anger also, which is a resentment of God and the universe, and you're going to be like, fuck all of this. I'm so mad. I'm so angry. I'm so hurt. What's wrong with me? Why can't I overcome this hurdle? Why can't I have a relationship? Why did this person die? Why am I going through this illness? Whatever it is. And you're just hitting brick walls. And your soul's like, do you want to come back and do this again? You know, watch Ghost in My Child. There's a lot of people that come back unfinished business, and they even say that because they remember God. They remember their passing and what they were told and why they came back. And it's always the same. If you don't learn what you need to learn here, you will come back and you will do it again. Different family, different day, but you'll be back. It's that karmic cycle. And I love my karmic cycle breaking cards, you know, because it's like, yes, we're getting rid of it. We're getting rid of it. I don't have to come back and do this shit again. I'm going to conquer this mother effing lesson. I'm not going to let it defeat me. So I do think it's wise, and I do think it's wisdom to look at your chart and just discover your hardships, your struggles, and learn what you need to freaking learn from it, period. And make peace with it. Peace. It doesn't mean that your life is without problems. It means that you no longer let those problems make you feel a certain type of way. You no longer make those problems a priority in your daily life to where you must feel anger, sadness, or grief.
Mama, I can't warm up the food. I'm hungry.
Okay, did you warm it up?
No, it's not. My car's not working.
Okay. Mariah! Maya! Can you go knock on her door?
Just call.
Yeah. I'm using the phone, so I can't call her. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to tell my daughter to warm up the food. Something's going on with the microwave there. Give it a moment, a little patience. She's got to come off from up there. Give her a little patience. Okay, I'm sorry for that, guys. The point is with this, you know, and I already said it, but when you're making peace with the death, with the transformation, with the hardship, with the frustration, you're able to have some peace. This is the healing and recovery, okay? So we have to get there. And so, you know, I know that the outcome here is frustrating, and, you know, at the end of the day, even the outcome, it's like when you make this decision to leave death, when you make this decision, and, you know, I hope it's not literal, like you're going to hurt yourself here. But that's definitely a mental concern here for some people. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll be back. Don't do that. But even if it's just a thought, get it out of your head. You know, you don't want to come back and do this shit again, okay? You don't want to do that, but maybe... So anyways, let's just say this is leaving a relationship, okay? You're not going to be super thrilled when you leave the relationship. It's not like a major relief. Okay, this isn't a major relief. Oh, I feel so much better. I finally got out of that toxic relationship. This is, I kind of like what we had, but at the same time I didn't. But I feel bad because now I'm alone. I feel bad because now I've hurt them and I'm hurting too. And you feel guilty, you know? So you're worried about your decisions. This is flat out someone that does not have confidence, which is very unlike a fire sign. But this is someone that does not have confidence in their decisions. I feel like this is someone that could have grown up in an abusive home, a mentally, verbally abusive home. This could be someone that's been in a mentally and abusive relationship where someone has made you feel useless, helpless, defenseless, you know, insignificant in some way. So your confidence has been beat down in some way or the other by your upbringing or by a relationship. Maybe it's by a boss. Maybe it's by a job that makes you feel like this big. But either way, fire sign, you don't have a lot of that with you. And you've got to get it back. You've got to get yourself back. And, you know, this is going to be tough, but I think you're ready to do it. Under that is the Lover's card, Twin Flame Connection. So there is someone out there for you. Okay, there is another person out there for you. Under that, you have a work in progress, 8 of Pentacles. I like that. So you're going to be working on yourself. You're going to be recreating yourself. This is all very good. Then you have excitement and curiosity, Page of Wands. This is a brand new beginning. The world is under there, cycle completion. This is great. I know it doesn't feel great, but this is great. This is really good. You are going to get through this. It looks very promising. It's just going to be hard at first. All right, so I'm not too worried about this. Careful with this Nine of Swords self-sabotage. All right? You don't want to feel so like shit that you feel like you've ruined your life. Listen, people do what they're going to do. They've already had a dead set devil card in their mind. It's not up to you to change them. It's not up to you to heal them. And it's not your responsibility. And so Spirit wants you to take that responsibility off your shoulders. You're carrying it way too long. You're just carrying it. It's time to let what happens happen. It's letting go of control. It's good for you. It's a relief. The suffering will end. So I have to share something because it's coming into my mind right now. You know how like abused children don't know they're abused because that's all they know? I've seen a lot of shows and, rescues of abused children in families that are like extreme religious, or they were kidnapped or whatever. And it's like, why didn't you ever reach out for help? Why didn't you ever, signal someone? Why didn't you ever, call 911? Why didn't you name your abuser? Why didn't you tell your teachers or, whatever? And the people are always like, I didn't know anything else. I didn't know anything else. I thought everyone's family was like that. That was my normal. That's what a lot of these people think. That was my normal. And so you have to give some grace, because when people are struggling with what they feel is their normal, they don't reach out for help. Because that's what's been normal for them inside their mind and in their experience for so long. How can you convince someone like that there's a better life? How can you convince someone that is so miserable that there's another way? They don't know another way. What other way, Steph? What other life is there for me? That, my friends, is the devil card. That is the closed mind. That is control. They've let their fear, their ego, their dark thoughts, their feelings of control in whatever way overrun them, overtake them, completely engross and embody them. And with the moon card, they've lost it. They're just emotionally gone. They're in too deep. And I really feel like whatever this situation is, fire signs, you're in too deep. Or this person, whomever I'm reading for, is in too deep. And it's like when you get in deep water like that with the moon and you are completely smothered with the devil's energy, the devil's snare, you need a wake-up call. And for some people, it's an angelic wake-up call. And God forbid if someone does hurt themselves in some way, hopefully it wakes them up. Maybe it's a scare. And if they succeed in hurting themselves and leaving this world with death, their soul is going to have a wake-up call. Their soul is going to learn there is a way out. You don't ever have to go there again. And they're going to come back. And they're going to do it better next time. They're going to do it better next time. I just watched A Ghost in My Child the other day. And it was about a man that died. He was driving a car recklessly. He was drinking. I think he did drugs. He was kind of depressed. He had a good family. I don't know why he was doing that. But he drove recklessly and he died. And he was 25. But he was just wild. He had some anger problems. And anyways, he ended up, believe it or not, you watch the show yourself, Ghost in My Child. He ended up coming back as his nephew. So his sister, his little sister, grew up. She had children, and then she had a boy. Resembled him quite a bit. And he came back. And he remembered his past life, which was holy shit, right? He called his sister a nickname that only the brother knew. And she was shocked. He was like, he called her Hanny. That was a name that she only had with her brother, and that little boy never met her brother. He died years before he was even born. So she was shocked. Then he went to the mother, which was the grandma, who did not believe what the daughter was saying. Like, I think this child of mine is my brother from another life. You know, obviously before he died, he knows things he shouldn't know. He says things he shouldn't say. It's not consistent, but they pop up. The mom was, that's not true, and you're just, I don't know what you're talking about. Then the little boy spent the night at the grandma's house and asked her for a stuffed animal that only she shared with her son that died. And his name was Froggy. Now, when you think of the name Froggy, you're thinking, okay, a frog must be green. Well, she tested him on it. She was like, oh, you want Froggy? And they didn't talk to him about this stuffed animal. You know, this was never known to him. He was like 5, okay? He didn't know about any of this stuff. She's like, oh, you want to sleep with Froggy, the stuffed animal you always sleep with, which you've never seen. What color is Froggy? She quizzed him on it. And he was like, yellow, silly. You know it's yellow. She was shocked because it was yellow. How would he know that? Her sister, his aunt at the time, had made her son that gift, handmade little stuffed animal. And he always wanted to sleep with it. She was shocked. But listen, this shit is real. It happens. Reincarnation is real. I don't know if a lot of you believe in that, but it is real. I believe it very much. I haven't seen it personally in my life, in my family members, but I have seen evidence of it in others' lives. And it is possible for whatever reason. Now, that man had to come back into his family's life. Why? What lesson did he have to learn? Probably that family life wasn't that bad. He had to learn that he lost a good family. He had to learn to appreciate his family. This is from his own mouth. He was saying it at the end of the show. He had to learn to drive safely. He had to learn to treat his body with respect. He had to learn to control his temper. He had to learn to deal with his issues in a better way. So this kid took up baseball. Now, this kid turned 18. He still remembered things from his past life, but he accepted his new life as his sister's son now. He accepted the new life, but he did remember the past life, and he said, you know, I just feel like I have to live this life to the fullest. I have to live this life being better, and I have a second chance with my family, one that I lost, and you know, I'm grateful for that now. So I'm saying this because as a soul, we have to learn those lessons as a soul. Now, like I said, whether you die metaphorically or spiritually or literally, the lesson is the same. The lesson is the same. You have to learn what's good for you and what you need to do better. That's an important lesson. You must die to self. You must die to your old habits with the devil card. You must die to your old illusions with the moon card. You must die to sticking to something over and over again that doesn't make you happy. You must die to that. You must stop serving dark thoughts, dark feelings, dark negativities, unhappiness, resentfulness. This person may be suffering with a lot of dark thoughts, okay? You need to wake up and be grateful. Wake up, charge ahead with the chariot. because you're letting your darkness overcome you and envelop you. You need to get some concrete ideas, make plans for a new future, reevaluate your situation. That's the recovery. And I see 4, 4, 4. 4 cups, 4 pentacles, 4 swords. Now, in the Chinese numerology, 4 means death. And we do have the death card, which ironically is 13, which goes to the number 4. My dad died July 31st, 2004, when he was 40. So I know all about 4s. I've been through 4s, and his address had 2 4s in it. I was shocked at all the 4s I saw at his passing. So I do know that there is fate. There is karma. There is something unavoidable. And that's the 4 swords and 4 pentacles, which is certainty. Certainty. Without doubt. Some of these things will happen, and there's no changing it. It must. It's fate. What are you going to do with that? How are you going to process this? We have here at the bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles, feeling isolated and alone, 9 of Swords, self-sabotage, and nightmares. It feels like a nightmare, and this is bottom of the, dark night of the soul. You're in deep, real deep, and I knew you were in deep with the Moon card. And like I said, some abused people don't even know they're abused. So I'm just going to say this, fire signs. You're in a dark situation so deep, you don't even know how deep you are in it. This situation had so much toxicity reeking from it, but you were so used to the smell, you didn't even notice it was reeking with negative toxicity. This could be a family curse. This could be I don't know. Some kind of self-sabotage, suffering you were not aware of. But if I can tell you one good thing that's going to come out of this is the reevaluation that leads to an epiphany. Ace of Swords. You're going to wake up and you're going to get it now. You're going to understand that these things happen for a reason, and it's not always the one you think it should happen in, but it happens for a reason.
I was wondering if I could order Louise.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna hand you a piece of paper so you can write down.
You just got to Google it in your phone.
No, I mean about our house.
Oh.
I'll get you a pen.
Hold on. I think I got a marker right here.
Are you done yet?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Done yet?
No.
One minute. Bye, Ma.
Bye, honey. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, and I just feel like, this relationship wasn't meant to be. Now, maybe this is someone leaving you through death. Maybe this person is leaving you through a breakup. Maybe you have to leave this person through a breakup. I don't know your situation or why you're watching this, but I do know this relationship had to come to an end and a close. It wasn't good for you. And a lot of you are going to be okay with that. A lot of you are going to be ready to heal, and you're moving on to better things. It's going to take some work, but you are going to be connected. But if I can give any peace to the people out there that overthink and over-worry, it is this. Find your solace in your birth chart and in your destiny. Because when my kid's father died, I had to find peace in that, and it worked. When my father died, I had to have peace in that, and it worked. When my grandpa died, I had to find peace in that, and it worked. When you look at the chart, you realize what you're supposed to experience, and you do make peace. And you're not questioning the universe. You're not being angry. You're in a place of understanding. This is where my soul was supposed to go. This is what I was supposed to experience. This is what that person was supposed to experience. And I'm making peace with that because this was destiny. And anything I would have done wouldn't have changed it any differently. This was meant to happen. And that gives you It takes the burden off your back. It takes the guilt away from you, and it makes you feel like you're not angry anymore. It makes you understand that every soul has their own walk. Every soul has their difficulties and their triumphs, and you're just okay with it. I don't know, but I don't know if that helps, but it did help me.
Sorry, I can't really make out what that number is at the end. Is there? It's an 8? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anyways, guys, I don't know. This feels like a very intense situation, and I feel bad for reading it, but you know, at the end of the day, that's why even through victory, you still feel like this. Like this is the outcome. This is, I have a lot of questions. Why? Why did this happen to him or her? Why did this happen to me? Why is this happening in our relationship? You're reevaluating and asking questions. And I hope you find your answers.
I don't need to be in the living room.
Because I'm working.
But I want to be in my playroom.
Okay, go in your playroom. That's fine. All right, so we're going to clarify a few things here. Spirit, please clarify the Devil card. Please clarify the Devil card for the fire sign elements. Wow. Judgment. Holy shit. King of Swords. Mental actions and thoughts that you have to reevaluate. You have to reevaluate one's actions and one's thoughts. What were they thinking? Why did they do what they did? Or ask yourself, because you might be the one going through this. Why did I do what I did? What was I thinking? No matter how you flip this reading, fire signs, it remains the same. Reevaluation. I think as a nutshell, we have to reevaluate why we're in the situation we're in. Why? Why am I here? And I can't put blame. Our decisions are our decisions. We have to own it. And maybe if you take something from this reading today, it's a person's decision is solely and fully responsibility is put on that person. We are not our brother's keeper, as much as we want to say that. As much as you want to feel responsible for your twin flame or your soulmate or your parents or your children or your friends, whatever, your experiences with others, you might feel like the burden sits with you. Take that guilt. Pass it to God. Give it to the universe. That's not your guilt to carry. This right here is what everyone faced at the end of the day. We leave this earth, and we alone are questioned for our thoughts, our actions, our feelings. We look at what we did, how it affected other people. We looked at the good things that we've done, the joy we've brought to people's lives, the love we've shared and what that did. We look at our actions. And we're just feeling very alone, but with God, alone with the universe. And that's clarifying this devil energies we have to reflect.
Which restaurant do I call?
Louis Pizza, that's what you said.
Alright, but the closest one.
Call them and they'll give you the answer of who you need to call with your address.
Okay.
Okay? Just tell them your address and they'll tell you which one to call. I think it's on Barnes.
Barnes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call the one on Barnes.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So wow, we're major arcana. Listen, I don't know what the fuck's going on in this reading, but I know when I do a reading and a lot of major arcana smack me in my face, it's a big deal. So fire signs, you've reached a place of no return. And this is the moment. This is the moment. I just keep hearing this is the moment. I feel like with this Ace of Swords, it's now. It's now. There's no stopping it. It's coming. And I'm hearing a train. It's like a train is coming to hit you, or tornadoes coming to get you, or there's no stopping the storm. There's no stopping this death energy. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I don't know. It's what I feel. That's what I feel. And at the end of the day, there's no one to blame but self. And so I think somebody's excuse when they have to repent, it's not my fault. I did this because this happened. Or I chose this path because they did this to me. Or I'm with this person because that person ruined my last relationship. You know? How would you feel if you're in a relationship with someone by default? Well, I'm only with this person because my last relationship didn't work. So now I'm unhappy in this relationship. And instead of being mad at me, I'm blaming the other person for not making me happy. Why? Because they're not that person that I want. How could you blame someone in a relationship for making you unhappy because ultimately they're just not the person you want, and all of a sudden it's their fault your relationship's not going well? It's them doing something wrong? No. You know, you can't do that to people. You can't blame people like that. It's not their fault that you're with them. You know, or maybe you're chasing someone that's rejecting you, missed opportunity. And you're chasing and you're chasing and you're chasing, like, I'm not happy in my life. I'm alone. I'm miserable. I'm whatever. My life just sucks. Why? You know, this is my lover and they don't want anything to do with me. So, of course I'm miserable. No, you're miserable because you're chasing. You're miserable because you're not making a choice to make you happy. You're miserable because the choices you make are manipulated by what you think you should do, what you ought to do, what people tell you to do. Whatever, it's not natural. Reevaluate why you're chasing. Reevaluate why you're in this relationship. Reevaluate it. You know, or if something happens to someone you love and you're trying to reevaluate, why did they do this? What happened? Why didn't they talk to me? Why didn't they reach out to me? Why didn't they express this? You know, it's not your fault. It's their fault. They did that. You can't take that with you. They had a choice. They had an opportunity. They didn't share their misery with you. They didn't share their heart, their feelings with you. Why? Because moon card, devil card. They kept what's going on with them on lockdown. They did not open up. They were a clam. They were a clam and their heart was the pearl, and they kept their pearl from you. That is not a you problem. That is a them problem. And you have to release it. You have to say, okay, it's not my fault that that person is suffering. It's not my fault that that person is not happy. Because keep in mind, this reading could be reversed. You might be perfectly fine, fire sign, and the person you're dealing with is in this mess. And you're taking on their burden. You're taking on responsibilities. And Spirit's like, fire sign, don't do it anymore. Don't do it anymore. Give it to them. Give it away. Leave it alone. You got to be responsible for yourself, and you can't put yourself in the same boat as this person. I don't know what, because every one of you have different situation. I have an overwhelming sense that I will not deny of extreme depression. Period. And I don't know why I'm picking up on that, and I'm sorry I'm yelling. I get passionate. I'm not mad at anybody. But I have an overwhelming sense of depression here. And I'm sitting back thinking, what the fuck? Excuse my French, but what the fuck is going on? Why am I feeling, this is heavy. Heavy depression. Now, either this is you or the person you're dealing with. Either way, it's a concern, is it not? Whether you're suffering or your lover is suffering, someone's suffering, and that's not good. It's just not good. And, you know, at the end of the day, whatever feeling I'm feeling for this fire sign reading is we got to get some help. We got to get some help. And the only help I can offer as a spiritual guide, teacher, because I guide people spiritually. And I think I have a gift, and maybe I'm biased, but I feel like I do have a gift astrologically. And Spirit says, Stephanie, share with the masses, share with the collective, that if they can go into their birth chart, if they can go into their Saturn, if they can go into their Mahadasha, you guys know I follow Vedic. If they can go into that, they can understand why their lives are topsy-turvy right now. Give them that knowledge. Throw a pearl. Give it out there to them. Let them soul search. Let them reflect. Let them reevaluate their situation. Let them have their own peace. They need to do some mental healing and recovery. Be it you who's depressed or researching into someone that you love that's depressed. You know what I mean? Because again, responsibility with this Judgment card, at the end of the day, they're going to be judged for their actions, not you. And at the end of the day, you're going to be judged for your actions, and no one else is going to be to blame. No one else is coming up to you with that situation. You know, every decision you make is yours. Take full responsibility. I do want to say this. Whatever separation is happening with the fire signs, there will be a, I don't want to say reconciliation, but a second coming, a second chance. I feel like there's going to be a karmic second chance to make things right. And whether that's you getting a second chance at life, independently free from this person, or you getting a second chance with this person, I think it all depends on your life path. Because if you're meant to separate, you're meant to separate. There's no going back. But if you're meant to come back and try harder, that's what's going to happen. But I really think if somebody's able to get some help, this could work. You know, if someone can get some help, they will pull through this. King of Swords have a plan. Don't resist the plan. 7 of Wands resistance. This is a highly emotional situation. Queen of Cups. Cancer vibes. Mom vibes. Unconditional love. Then we have 3 of Swords. This is healing from a broken heart. A lot of suffering and a lot of pain. The sun will come out tomorrow. I know this life is difficult, but you're going to be all right. Let's get a message from Spirit, please. Spirit, can you give me a message of this transformation? Give me a message. What do we need to know as a fire sign collective group about this transformation? What do we need to know about judgment? What do we need to know about reevaluation at the end of the day? What do we need to look at? What needs to be reevaluated? What needs to be reevaluated? Fire signs. Yep, it's that one. Okay. Bottom of the deck, forgiveness. Number 9, why do I feel like this is the one? It's going to be very hard to forgive either yourself or someone. You may have a very hard time forgiving yourself. Could be my perception, but it looks like she's got a bruise here, does it not? Looks like she's been hit. I don't know. But she's looking back crying with her tears. Can she forgive her abuser? Can she forgive the one who hurt her? And maybe it's metaphorical. Maybe it's just not physical abuse. Maybe this is emotional, mental. Maybe it's abuse that you've put on yourself. You know, we have to forgive ourselves for the pain that we put ourselves through. And we also have to forgive people that have put us through pain and suffering. We have to forgive them because forgiveness is not for them, it is for us to not carry that past and that pain and that burden with us anymore. So, you know, Spirit says, okay, we really have to forgive this devil, moon, 5 of Swords, mind control kind of energy. We got to forgive this. We got to move on. Slow and steady progress. This isn't easy. It's going to be kind of difficult. 8 of Pentacles, but we're going to do it. We're going to put some energy into it. And then the other one here is, wow, liberation. Fire signs, we have to free ourselves, forgive and liberate. Don't be tied down by the shackles of other people's problems. Listen, I don't know your situation, but I do feel like somebody could be in a relationship and you're there because you feel sorry for your partner. I'm not happy with them, but if I leave them, they're not going to have anything. They're going to be broke. They're not going to have a home. Is that your problem? Because this is saying it's not. That's not your problem. Well, I can't leave them. Or I can't leave them because they're codependent on me. Liberate yourself. Free them. It's not your responsibility. It's theirs. You know? Or maybe something happened to someone and it's your fault. Maybe you feel like you hurt them in some way. Maybe they got in a car accident. You were driving. Maybe someone hurt themselves and you blamed yourself. Maybe someone ended up in a toxic relationship and you saw the signs, but you never said anything. And you're carrying guilt. Whatever your situation is, you're carrying guilt. Spirit says, release it. It's not your responsibility. You've been carrying around somebody else's problems, somebody else's life path, somebody else's fate. You're trying to take control. In trying to avoid the devil, you became the devil. Wow, it's like a revelation. In trying to overcome difficulty, you became the difficulty. You didn't let this grow. You suffocated it. You got to let this go. Liberate yourself. Let it go. This is not your problem. This is not your monkey, and it's not your circus. And I've known a lot of people. I'm with them for the kids. If we break up, the kids are going to be hurt. Or if we break up, they're not going to have a nice place to live. Or if we break up, their kid's going to miss me. Or if we break up, our dogs are going to miss them. You know, or if I move out from this person, they're going to stress out. They're not going to be able to take care of themselves. You know, if I do this and do that, they're going to suffer. How is that your responsibility? Again, there's this, I'm my brother's keeper. No, you're not. And at the end of the day, that's our lesson. We take responsibility for ourselves. The only thing that we should feel bad about or reflect on is how we love other people. We have to love other people. That's what we're here to do. There's tough love. There's affectionate love. There's all kinds of love. But as long as you're doing things in love, you're going to be all right. You don't want to certainly hurt someone on purpose. But if you're going to love yourself, that's important too. And you can't forget about yourself. A lot of us suffer needlessly because we sacrifice ourselves for other people. And we think that sacrifice is an act of love. And it is, in the right situation. Sacrificing yourself for your children, that's a good situation. Sacrificing your desires and wants so you can put food on the table, that's a good reason. That's responsibility. We're not talking about responsibility, though, in that sense. We're talking about someone who's sacrificing their joy and their happiness for the sake of someone else's. And it's not just one time. It's not just, sure, we'll go out to eat. You can go where you want or watch your movie or move into this place. This is an ultimate sacrifice of I'm laying down my life. Where I want to live, what I want to drive, who I want to be, who I want to have in my life, the experiences I have, who's in my life, sacrificing all of it. This could be a man sacrificing a relationship with his children because he's with some younger mistress who doesn't want him to see them because she's insecure about the ex. So he sacrifices his relationship with his family for what? To make her feel more comfortable so she can sleep at night? So she can feel like she's in control and he's not anywhere around his ex or children? That makes her feel better. Guess what? He's wearing the chains that he needs to liberate from. And with the devil card, that man may be sexually obsessed. He may be stuck to that younger mistress because she's a good sex partner. And he may be sacrificing what's important to him for sex. That is the manipulation and mind control of the devil. Being hypnotized. Or maybe it's a drug. Someone has let drugs and alcohol or who knows what get to them, and it became more important than their family. That sacrifice. Do you think that's a good sacrifice? No. It's not. But we're learning the lessons of what's okay to be sacrificed and what's not. And it's also about taking responsibility, which is the judgment card. This is a judgment call. It's making a good judgment call. It's making good choices. Good choices all around. And I don't know what your situation is, but let's just say there's been some bad choices. okay? Really bad choices that have led you to a place of unhappiness, hopelessness, missed opportunity, pain and suffering, self-sabotage, Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles, isolation, and feeling alone when you're not, okay? So there's some isolated suffering. And at the end of the day, this is like, this has been going on for a while. You need to reevaluate your shit. Because if you're not happy, it's no one else's fault but your own. This is, the man can't sit there and blame the mistress for a miserable life when he's with her. He doesn't have to be. He can't tell the kids or the kids' ex-mom, whatever, oh, I'm sorry I can't be there. She's really difficult and she's got control of the bank account and she's threatening this and that and I depend. No, that's all your fault. It's not their fault. And it's not the mistress' fault. Don't be blaming people. Take responsibility. So I think really that's what this is about, forgiveness and taking responsibility, whether you hurt yourself or you allowed someone to hurt you. But either way, it's your choice. You know what I mean? And so liberate yourself from that thought. Okay? And that's what we're going to read. That's the message from Spirit. That's what we're going to focus on. So I do want to read, I guess we'll read forgiveness first because I feel like that is important. Whether you have to forgive yourself or forgive someone else. This is refinement. The number is 9. The page is 79, if that means anything to you. Let your heart be free. Get ready to release the past. Fire signs, old grudges dissolve with tears. When we shed resentments, dark clothing, and the essence of our interaction with others remains. Our purifying tears of forgiveness dissolve the stains of hatred and torment. We may feel deep emotions on our way to forgiveness. We cannot release our furious grip on others without experiencing and accepting our own rage, pain, and disgust and ugly feelings. Fire signs, sometimes the best path to forgiveness is to help others heal from similar trauma to what we've been through. So by learning about their stories and other people who hurt them, we can glance at our own perpetrators the way we look to the side of a star and see it more clearly. Forgiveness means to understand and accept that even the worst people are humans. Even though they act in ways that are deeply mistaken, addictive, or ignorant, each of us is capable of behaving badly. When we forgive ourselves of our own mistakes, we become able to forgive them. When we see the larger picture and realize others have suffered as we have, or even worse, we find compassion for them and ourselves. We gain insights into the people who perpetrate hurt onto others, and we realize hurt people hurt people. They help us transform from monsters back into human beings. Still, the hardest person to forgive may be our own self. It is time to let go, to release, and to forgive others and ourselves so we can be free again. So I do feel like there's going to be a release, forgiving of a grudge. Do you guys have a grudge with anybody? This is letting those bygones be bygones, understanding they're human. They're human. They made mistakes. And if you got hurt by someone, they were hurt by someone too. All right? It's a cycle. We got to break the cycle by forgiveness. I'm not saying you have to have them in your life, but I'm saying you should probably forgive them. And maybe you should start by forgiving yourself. This is taking a good look within. Okay? Reevaluating yourself. Hermit mode. Look at all the things you've done. Look at all the people you hurt. Look how you might have even hurt yourself. Look at that. Find forgiveness in your imperfections. And then maybe you'll be able to extend that cup of forgiveness to others. Okay? Forgive. Know that we can all be stupid. We can all be heartless. We can all be that way sometimes. I hope we learn from it. Anyways, so that's what's going on there. We'll read Liberation, just next. Number 3. Whew. What's Heaven For is the name of the picture. The element is fire, by the way. The phase is growth. And this is break the chains of old limiting habits. Fire signs, break free from your bondage, your old limitations in self-esteem, confidence, and optimism. They have held you back. We can only stay limited for so long. At some point, we break, and we're on a new level of freedom. The horizon is open. Restrictions are falling away. You are suddenly in the light with liberation, and it doesn't happen by magic. We have to do our part. Without effort, without that Eight of Pentacles, we remain trapped in a prison of our own limitations. We must make important changes in our hearts and in our minds to reach something better and trust it can be ours, and you deserve it. Perhaps you've become very discouraged. Maybe setback and problems seem to pile up on each other. Health problems beguile you. Limited circumstances hold you back from manifesting what you know is possible. Affirm to yourself now, I am strong and successful. The universe is bountiful, and all that I need flows to me effortlessly from all directions. Try it. Say it out loud. Then catch your next round of negative self-talk and replace it with those affirmations. Do not let them live inside of you anymore. That is not your reality anymore. Speak what the reality is you want. Liberation comes from revolution, and it moves from inside you. Don't let doubt win. Fight back and break out to freedom, because yes, you can. Yes, you can. Do the little Sherman, right? From the Nutty Professor. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know, you got to do that. You know, for a lot of you guys, this might be a generational curse. You might have negative self-talk. Maybe you grew up in a home like that. I don't know. Break it. Break up with, you know, maybe for some of you, you're single. This is not a person. You know, maybe this is your family's way of dealing with stress, and you're dealing with it the same way your grandma did and your mom did, and they're so on and so on. And you're like, I can't do that anymore. I can't deal with this the way they all did. I can beat this. Depression, negative self-talk, worry, self-loathing, feeling stuck in a relationship, feeling stuck in a pattern, feeling stuck at a job, feeling like I have no control over my life, feeling like someone has to make all the decisions for me, feeling like I'm a victim, everything is not my fault. I got to get out of that state of mind. I'm not a victim. I'm a free human being. Everything that flows to me because I called it to me. And I break that pattern. I think that's getting power back. A lot of people think breaking down is losing control, but I don't see it that way. Breaking down and losing shit is getting you in the seat of power. Because if you can call out your situations, if you can call out your hardships, and you can put the blame where it belongs on you, and that you can pick yourself up and pull yourself out of whatever situation, you're in the power seat. You are. So I don't know. Fire sign, you're no longer a victim. There is a freedom. It's either, you know, I hope it's a metaphorical death. For some, it could be a literal. Maybe freedom from a body where they were sick and ill and they had to be broken free from this body. I don't know. You know, I felt like that when my grandpa died. He had to break free from his cancer body. You know, it was a liberation for him. For others, it's breaking through your mind and your thoughts, and you're having a death to the old you that made you feel restricted, and you're a new you, fire sign. Okay? I don't know if it's metaphorical or literal or what's going on with you, but you are breaking free. And Spirit says, you are going to get a second chance, my friend. You are going to get a second chance. Okay? If someone left unexpectedly through some devilish way, justice will come in, judgment will give you a second chance with that person. You know, you're going to have some future resolution with that soul. Okay? You're going to get a second chance. It's not over. It's hella not over. And you keep in mind, Scorpio people especially, there's always healing from spirit and the 3D. There's a lot of communication that goes on here. There's a lot of visits. There's a lot of deep connection, even from spirit world to the real world. There's a lot of connection. Don't discount that. It's not nothing. It's never over. And for those of you that, you need to break clean and free from a relationship, let it die. Because if you guys ever heard that song from J-Lo, I was on my way to you. I was on my way to you. Every broken part of you in this brokenness was a yellow brick on this yellow brick road leading you to where you need to be, which looks like twin flame connection. Not that a relationship is everything, because it's not, trust me. I don't want everyone thinking, oh, I got to end up with someone to be complete. You don't. You really don't. But that's a message for some people. For some people that this is really resembling a relationship, and you're watching this video for love, understand that this brokenness, this bad relationship is just a brick on your way to the real one, okay? This brokenness needed to happen, and now you're on your way. So liberate yourself from the baggage of this toxic relationship. Feels like a karmic relationship that has to die. Okay, so we're going to move on. I don't know, how this resonates for y'all, but let's go ahead and get a message. What should you focus on? Spirit, what should my fire sign collectives focus on during this time? Oh, fall gracefully. I love it. Because fall gracefully is like death. Die gracefully. Fall gracefully. Let this go gracefully. Don't make a big deal about it. Don't be so dramatic, okay? Just fall and just let it end how it needs to. This is like going with the flow. Don't resist. Resisting does not make the fall graceful, right? And I think that's for a lot of people that are really focusing on breakups too. Don't break up with a major fight, throwing pots and pans at each other and hating each other. Break up gracefully. Like that guy did in Serendipity. I love you so much, and you're going to be perfect for someone, and thank you for the experience, and I do love you, but we're not right for each other, and I got to go. This is just not working for me, and I don't want it to. This is not the right fit. I'm just being honest. You and me are not the right fit. It doesn't mean I don't think you're great. I just don't think you're the right one for me. Let it fall gracefully. You don't want to crush someone's world. You want them to know, great, but, it is what it is. And if you're single and you got to leave a job, or you got to break up with toxic family members, or you're just having a breakup with your old negative self-sabotaging you got to tell yourself you have a right to feel like a victim. You have a right to be hurt. You have a right to have been suffering. You were treated unfairly. And I hear you. Talk to yourself. I hear you. But you can't live in my world anymore. You've lived with me long enough. I'm not taking my pain body with me on this new year, 2022. I'm taking my healed body. I have to leave you be. We are separating now. My negative self-talk me, gone. My egotistical ways, gone. My self-seeking, gone. My victim mentality, gone. Can't take you with me. The blame game me, gone. I don't want to take it. And that's fall gracefully. It's like you have a right to feel all those things. There's no injustice. There's no silencing you. Those are all validated, but you just can't take them with you anymore. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, that's what Spirit wants you to focus on. Fall gracefully. Let what happens happen. Let it be. And let this evolve naturally. So I think that's a really good message. We're going to get a Buddha message. We're going to get a door message. And last, we will do Queen of the Moon Oracle. For those of you that want to see the rest of this reading, we're going to go into the signs independently. Aries, Leo, Sag. you can follow me at jks1111.com. And please help me out and subscribe to my monthly subscriptions. It's $33.33 a month. You get all my readings from the past open to you, hundreds of readings to click on and watch, plus the current extendeds. So go ahead and get involved. I will be doing a New Year's. I'm sorry I'm late. I meant to do it for Christmas, but too much family drama. I am going to be doing a New Year's drawing on all the things I promised before. Free readings, cards, etc. So please be a part of that. So anyways, this is the door that came out. Let's get Buddha wisdom. All right. All right. Okay. And Queen of the Moon. Where are we headed, Queen of the Moon? Where are the fire signs headed? Fire signs, where are you headed? Which one is it? It's both. I don't know. What the fuck? Bottom of the deck here is acceptance. Wow. Okay, that's a big message by itself. Extremes. Good, I don't have to read from that. This is either it's super hot or it's super cold. You got to stop living in extremes. You got to have a normal, okay? It's not been normal. Then you have power. And I feel like with this message alone is you got to break someone who has had complete power, extreme power and authority over your life. Whether that's you in a negative way towards self or someone else in a negative way towards you. You have to break that negative power. It's been extreme. There could be abuse here. I don't know, but there is just extreme drama. Got to break it. And I think you're going to be brave enough to do it. So we have acceptance, another number 4. Guys, I've been seeing reading 44444 across everywhere. 444. Chinese sign for death, you know? Yeah, this is a death. This is a death to what was. Fire signs are leaving some shit behind. And good for you. You're dealing with it. It's a really good positive moment. I'm going to read acceptance. I feel called to read that one only. Acceptance of the current situation is the first step towards your change. The past does no longer exist. The future hasn't happened. And there is only right now. Say, I accept where I am and who I am right now. That's a really good affirmation. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth-telling, we are often confronted with what really is. This realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth. Maybe it's too hard to hear, too hard to bear, or we're afraid of accepting something so difficult. Each of us, at some time, has dodged our blind spots and then had an illumination of what actually is, and it will eventually confront us. Sometimes we turn away to what should have been in our face all along, but we chose to look the other way. And eventually, we can't avoid it anymore. It pops up. What we do next is crucial. We have to examine exactly where we are, no matter how painful it is confronting this. Or do we retreat back in our old illusions and remain stuck and unchanging? Choosing acceptance for ourselves fully is a position that gives you power towards growth. And when you can plant your feet solidly, hello, number 4, into the earth and say, yes, this is me, this is where I am, this is who I am, and I accept this fully, then we can take the next step confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we will now flourish. Accepting where we are right now is in its fullness, and it allows us to accept that there may be some chaos to make this change before we have full order again. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates in fear, if we hold our new intentions clearly. Okay, I got a message here, and I don't know who you are. If you lost someone recently, reach out to me. I feel like I don't know, this spirit feels, I feel like there's a spirit with me, okay? I'm not saying I'm some major medium, okay? But I'm saying I feel someone, and they feel like they have unfinished business and they're sorry they hurt someone. I don't know, maybe it's my kid's father reaching out to me and I don't, you know, but that's what I feel. And the message here would be, I'm sorry I hurt you. And I'm sorry I hurt other people. I was in my own world, self-absorbed in a dark place. I didn't see the world with big eyes. I didn't see it like that. I didn't see it like you see it. I didn't see it like other people see it. I was stuck in some moonlight kind of illusion, and it felt like a dream. It felt like a dream. And I just want you to know I didn't mean to hurt you. It was nothing personal. It was nothing that you did. It was nothing that you could have changed, you know, but I know that you feel bad. I know that you're hurting. I know that you're suffering. I know that you're feeling hopeless and what could you have done, and you feel like a failure. Don't feel like a failure. You did what you were supposed to do on this path, and this was part of my path. My soul had to get out of a selfishness. My soul had to get out of its own way. My soul had to learn some really hard lessons this time around. And it's not easy. It's not easy on you. It's not easy on me. But I've learned those lessons. I understand them. And I get to learn more. I get to go back. I get to make up for some wrongs for my soul. And it's good for me. It's a release. And just know that I've had to forgive myself. I had to forgive myself already. Where I'm at, I've had to forgive. I've had to be in acceptance with what I've done. And I want you to be in acceptance too. And I want you to know that if it continued, if it just kept going on and on, it would have got worse. It would have been worse and more people would have been hurt. So I don't know who that's for, but that's how they feel. They feel like it was toxic, it was devil card energy. And if it went on anymore, it would have just affected other people like a cancer. Other people could have been hurt. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. And wow, that was just weird. So yeah, if anybody recently, you know, or maybe not recently, maybe it was a long time ago. If you're suffering with acceptance, if you're having a hard time with that, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to give you a free reading of some sort to help you with your grief. And I don't want people to use it and take advantage of it, because there is a spirit with me that wants me to do that. And it's probably because it's another spiritual person out there. I don't know. There's a connection. And this person might be spiritual as well. This person is spiritual. So, you know, if you need help with another message, I have some good cards I can use. I can give some other good cards, just messages. And then, of course, my intuitive ability to channel whatever I can channel with whomever's with me. I'm available for you. It is my great service. And I have a heart to help someone who is suffering like that, of course. So anyways, that's available for. So yeah, we read acceptance. We're good now. We're going to move on to this door. What door is opening? Destiny. This is something you need to know. Part of this reading, this is your destiny. Don't try to force a square hole. Okay, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Some things are part of your destiny. Some things are not. Sometimes this shit happens. It's part of destiny, okay? And that's just a confirmation. When one door closes, my friend, another one opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. There it is. The other cards you have, divine messages from Buddha. The world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. The wise continually praises. Quit blaming. Quit blaming other people or quit blaming yourself. Enough. I want you to take a moment, guys, and say this prayer with me. I forgive myself for any harm I've caused another person. I am sorry, and I mean it from my heart. I did not want to hurt those people. I am sorry. And I am sorry that I hurt myself many times. I am sorry that I put myself in a bad position maybe many times. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my soul that I've done those things. And I'm sorry to Spirit, and I'm sorry to the universe, and I'm sorry to anyone that I may have disappointed with my choices and how they may have affected them. When I made my choices, I did not intentionally try to affect other people. That was my blind spot. I was blind. I didn't see how my actions fully affected other people, and I am sorry. And I forgive myself today, right now. I forgive myself for every wrong I made. I forgive myself for every person I may have hurt along my path. I forgive myself for my mistakes and my actions. I forgive myself because I know who I am needed to walk that path to get here. And I love who I am. I cherish who I am. I love where I'm at. And now, most importantly, I forgive those that hurt me. I forgive you, people who came into my life and caused pain and suffering. I forgive you. I forgive you. And I thank you for allowing me to be a teacher. And I thank you for being one of my teachers in this act of forgiveness. I fully right now embody the energy of forgiveness. And I unconditionally love myself. And I unconditionally love others that have crossed my path. I have nothing but unconditional love. And let it pour out of me with healing waters. Let it pour out of my heart. Let it bathe me, wash over me, through me, in me, onto other people. Let this energy of forgiveness and acceptance today be a part of my life. I welcome forgiveness and acceptance in my life right now. And you say it again. Say it 3 times for good measure, right? I welcome forgiveness and acceptance in my life right now. I welcome forgiveness and acceptance in my life right now. The past is gone. I'm not carrying it with me. It's not my fault and it's not their fault. This is destiny. It needed to happen, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with destiny. I'm going with the flow. I take my power back. I'm in the seat. My next decision is mine alone. I get to take me where I want to go, and I choose greatness. Thank you for everything this world has taught me. Thank you for every experience I've ever had. Thank you for everyone that's been in my life. For good or for bad, you've been a wonderful teacher. Thank you so much for this experience. And thank you to my higher self for your walk with me in these lessons of my soul. I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful. Thank you for the opportunity to live. Because of all of this, I get to experience love. And it's worth it all. Love is worth every pain and suffering I've been through. Love overcomes it all. To have that in my heart, to feel it, to experience it, to express it, to give it, and to share it, that is worth every step my soul has walked. I value love above all things. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this life. So you got to say that to yourself. You got to find peace, guys. Release those burdens. You can't change them. Carrying them's not going to help. If anything, if you want to help anything, connect. Release and connect. Release and connect. Release what was, reconnect. And I recommend that with a broken relationship too. Let go of your old broken relationship and reconnect to the new one. It doesn't have to be a new person, but it's a new you and it's a new them. Reconnect. Don't drag the old with you all the time. That's too much drama. Always get to know this new person today. It's super important. And that's the same with you. You are a different person today than you were yesterday. You may have been dead set on a path yesterday, and you may be in a completely different path today. Get to know you today. You changed. Hi, good morning, me. Well, it's nice to meet you. Holy shit, I did not know I had this kind of love and confidence today. Wow, this is a new me. I like it. Feel it. Whatever it is. Maybe it's a sad you today. Hello, you. There you are, sad and broken. Usually you're confident. But I'm going to embrace this new me today. And I'm going to love and give you whatever you need. I want you to wake up in the mirror and look at yourself and go, what do you need today? Have you ever really done that, guys? Probably not, because a lot of us haven't. I rarely do it. But looking in the mirror and not, because usually when I wake up, it's what do I got to do for everybody? You know, I got kids and stuff, so of course. But waking up and looking in the mirror and going, hey, you, what do you need today? Do you need a little extra rest? Do you need exercise? Do you need a wonderful coffee or an amazing salad? Do you need peace? Do you need meditation? Do you need to stretch? You know, do you need to clean something? Do you need to go organize something? What's going to make you feel better? I want you to treat yourself like your best friend. And talk to your best friend, which is you, and ask yourself, what do you need from me? What do you need? And make you a priority. That's important. It's not selfish. It's necessary. You know. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go. I'm yakking your ears off here. I love you so much. This is a great reading. I feel like it's not even an element reading. I feel like it's a major collective, like major reading for everyone. But, you know, it's for the fire signs today. So you guys are going through some real shit today. Good luck. I love you. It's going to be all right. I promise. It will be okay. I promise. It may not feel like it today, but it will be. I promise. And if you take these little tips from the universe, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So this too shall pass. Big changes are headed up for you. Mostly self-reflection, but that's probably a very good thing right now. So your end result for your reading is self-reflection. All right, and dropping off the bags of the past. It's just gone. Getting rid of that and preparing for your new destiny. I love you all so much. And if you want to see this extended reading, I'm going to go ahead and dive into Aries, Leo, and Sag. And we're going to go into each of you individually and see what's really going on in your life personally. Okay? So I'm probably going to put all these cards away and just do individual and just boom, go into that. So for those of you that are already subscribed, awesome. If you're having any issues getting online, let me know. Some crazy shit has been going on electronically. I did an earth sign reading that was over an hour, and then like I looked for it and I couldn't find it. I'm hoping it's still there. It's just somehow hiding. I don't know, but that will be posted soon. Or I'm going to have to redo it. I hope not. I don't know, but some weird shit's been going on. So if you're having some issues getting on or whatever, just let me know. And that's it. I love you guys. Please come out and support me for these personal subscribers. We're going to do a live. We're going to be doing probably a New Year's reading. I'm so sorry we didn't get to do that for Christmas. It was really crazy. But I do plan on having this New Year's little party get together. It will probably be New Year's Day. And then we'll do the drawing and all of that. And we'll have some fun. And it's going to be good times. I may announce the winners on the 3rd or the 4th. I'm thinking I don't want to just pull out stuff with everyone watching. Although I could. I guess you could tell me what you'd prefer. I'd rather just get everyone who's watching, get your names into the drawing, answer some personal questions for you guys on there, and just put your your name's in there, however you feel, and then pull it out and announce the winners on the 3rd or the 4th, or by email. Because sometimes maybe some people would rather it be private. You don't want any hate. You don't want anything like that. So sometimes some of you guys want it private. So I don't know. I guess we'll take a toll. I'll put out in the community section a vote on if you'd rather do a live drawing or you'd rather just be part of a live reading and then do a drawing and have your winning energy announced later. I don't know how you feel about that. That's what's going on over there. Free readings will be given on that day. So if you are already a subscriber on jks1111.com, you will receive a free reading on the live. So come out and support, show up for the live. I'll try to do it at a good time. And we will be doing a free reading. The 100 Club, you are going to be done also before New Year's. So my 100 Clubbers, some questions are going to be coming up for you. And that's coming up soon as well. For everyone else, I know everyone's like, Stephanie, you missed the 22nd of December. Where is my 22s? Where's my 22s? I did miss the 22nd of December for a reading. So I owe you that. I will be doing that, let's say tonight or tomorrow. If I can zoom back on tonight, we will. Anyways, that will be available. If you want a reading privately for you, if you have a question about something, please donate $22 to Cash App, which is in the description below, or my website, jks1111.com. And you can get your question answered with that. If you want more than one question, you can do $44 if you'd like. Some people like to get a question answered for themselves and maybe a question about their lover, you know, or whatever's important to them. Maybe they want to know a love question, and maybe they want to know a work, career question. Whatever you want, just feel free to go ahead and ask. I won't be doing astrological questions though, unless it's like a quick overview, but not anything major. So that's available. So if you guys want to get on the 22s, I'm going to start with whoever donates first and then just work my way down that list. So right now I don't have any. We're going to start, whoever starts putting that donation in there, you're going to be first. And I'm going to timestamp it. So if you're there, that's great. If you're not there, that's okay. I will in the title put 22s. So you know where to go when you're looking for your reading. So if you're not there, just watch. But if you're not going to be there or you think you may not be there, can you please post your question in Cash App when you donate? And if you're international and you can't do Cash App for some reason, you can always do it on my website, www.jks1111.com. You can go to donations and you can just get in that way. Kira, no, it's not 22 per card. It's 22 for a reading. So I might pull 5 cards. I might pull 10 cards. I don't know what I feel. But 22 is per question, which is kind of a little mini reading. Okay. So I'm not just going to do one card. It will be multiple cards for the 22. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go ahead and jump on it. Other than that, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for everything you've done, for liking this video and subscribing to this video and watching this video. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. Remember, like I always say, this life, this love, crazy one, yes, is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming, okay? Just keep swimming. I love you all so much, and I'll see you later. Lots of love.